Hey everybody, welcome back to Terps Esports, live from College Park. My name is Bree.
And my name is Ives. We are super excited to have you guys back tonight with an awesome match from our Terps Co-Ed Academy team.
Tonight, the Terps are facing off against Harrisburg University in the PlayVS Grand Finals. So the stakes are absolutely major. Every play will matter and this team is ready. We expect a tough fight tonight and the Terps plan to meet it with force.
Before we jump into the game, let's start with the rules of your typical Valorant match. If you've never played the game before, Valorant is an objective-based FPS game where teams of 5 players compete in 2 12-round cycles against each other. The main objectives of the game are to plant the spike, defend the spike, manage economies, and create strategic plans to outsmart your opponent and take the win.
Alright, well our players are eagerly waiting to jump into the action. So let's move into the stats segment of our pre-show, shall we?
I mean, before we get into that, we're going to talk about, how great it feels. The energy is high. I'm super excited. I think, it's palpable right now. I've had people, just come over to me and just, scream at me in my face. Not really, though. But
No, but these players are most definitely high in energy tonight, and they're ready to go. And honestly, it looks like it's going to be a good turnout for tonight as well.
yeah, so with all that being said, it's time to introduce you all to the Terps Academy roster.
So, first up we have is Void. He runs the show as our controller, and he brings some huge numbers into this match. He's got an ACS of 263, an ADR of 167, and a KD of 1.48. He uses his smokes to guide the team's pushes and to slow down the other team. He holds space, wins key fights, and gives the team room to work. Expect him to shape the flow of each round and give the Terps a steady ground to build on.
On initiator is Jauzera. He's got an ACS of 185, an ADR of 120, and a KD of .98. His job is to open up space and give the team the advantage on a site take. He sets up clean entries, supports the first push, and keeps pressure on the other team. Expect him to set the rhythm of each attack by firing off the first shot with a flash.
Next, we have the team sentinel, Peaches. Not only is he the team's anchor, but he'll also be calling the shots and coordinating plays throughout the series. The man in a chair watching over it all, he's still not afraid of getting his hands a little dirty. He's got an ACS of 198, an ADR of 130, and a KD of 1.06.
Leading the fights tonight as duelist is Sif. This is the player built for first contact. His job is to take space for the rest of the team by winning early engagements and site takes. He comes into this match with an ACS of 194, an ADR of 123, and a 1.06 KD. When Sif goes in, he's doing so with an abundance of confidence backed up by his skill. Expect him to set the pace early and force Harrisburg to play from the back foot.
Now, we have Rumioka as the team's flex player. As a flex player, he's more than capable of adapting to anything the enemy team has to throw at him tonight. Give me a goal and he'll be sure to achieve it. He's coming in with an ACS of 227, an ADR of 151, and a 1.44 KD. And for tonight's interview, we are going to be sitting down with Coach Arjun, once a player dodging bullets, clutching rounds, and now a coach formulating strategies for the Terps. He also previously played under the name No Paso on both the Terps Academy and Terps Premier team a few semesters ago. So now he coaches for the Terps Premier team and the Co-Ed Academy team tonight. So welcome to our studio, Coach Arjun.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing tonight? How are we feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty confident today.
Awesome. So thank you so much for doing this interview. And I know you're a busy guy with all the strats you've been formulating for our Terps here. To start off, can you tell us a little bit about your journey from being a player and transitioning to stepping into a coaching role?
Yeah, so I started in this program under UMD Academy,
Awesome.
so what these guys are right now, and then I moved up to Premier Sub, and then I moved up to Premier Starter, and then after that I wanted a different challenge, so I moved into the coaching role. And it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I'm really enjoying it.
Do you have any tips and tricks to move between the ranks, coming from academy, maybe going on to Premier and stuff like that, and then maybe being a coach, or do you just recommend just moving between teams?
For me, I really enjoyed just playing the game a lot, and so I felt like that really helped me kind of move up the ranks from academy to premier and then as a starter. Just playing the game constantly, just learning new things about the game and just enjoying it, honestly.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest lesson you learned as a player that still haunts you or helps you as a coach?
The biggest thing that haunts me, I wouldn't say anything like haunts me, but I think the biggest thing that helps me as a coach is just always making sure that I'm prepared and that I understand like every single map and all the characters that go into the map, because I mean if I'm not prepared then my team can't be prepared. So
That's true. So how much time do you say you like take for a week or like before a match to like, study your players and then like come out with some strats for them?
so we do some server time each week, and we also do like scrims like at least twice a week. So I'd say like per week, like we like spend a lot of time on it. Maybe like 5-6 hours at least.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, awesome. And last but not least, what is the lore behind your gamer tag No Paso?
Ooh, okay. So the lore behind it is my brother and I used to play FIFA a lot, and whenever like we would like block a goal or like save a goal, he would yell "No paso," and so I kind of like stole that from him,
Yeah.
and then I stuck with it for forever now. It's been at least 15 years, I think.
Oh, so did you have any other gamer tag before then, or was
No.
it just it's always been No Paso?
It's always been No Paso.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. All right. Thank you again, Coach Arjun, for taking the time to talk with us tonight. Stay tuned as we will be right back with an awesome match from our Terps Co-ed Academy team.
All right, thank you so much.
My name is Subin Kim, my in-game name is Carrots, and I'm the controller of this team.
My name is Hannah, my IGN is Tuxedo Sam, and I play Sentinel for the team.
My name is Sima, my in-game name is Care Bear, and I'm a flex.
My name is Megan, my IGN is Giraffe, and I'm an initiator.
My name is Sophia, my IGN is Soap, and I'm an initiator too.
Hi everyone, I'm Ayush, my in-game name is Dulcexa, and I'm the coach.
For me, I think it was just really interesting to see like our names on like social media and like on a website. I'm just like, whoa, my name is on a website but so I think that was like the number one thing that kind of like just it brought the realization of like what kind of team I'm in, like what kind of position I'm in.
Meeting them. It's like hard to make a woman and non-binary friends in Valorant, so it's just really nice that we have like a team specifically for that.
The studio.
Yeah.
Oh, the studio.
The
Oh,
studio.
I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know that existed until like remember like when we first talked about the studio, I was like, what's that? When I first went to the room, I was like, oh, there's cameras and lighting. I'm just like, that's
Nice computer.
nice computer.
The monitors
So
are crazy.
true.
Winning.
Yeah.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
W winning.
Getting into that.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I feel like
was pretty
That's
cool.
plastic.
hey. I would say supportive is definitely like Dusty and Rachel. Those two. Just like making sure we had scrims down, making sure we had practice schedules down, like Dusty making sure like to pick out what we did wrong, just like, helping us improve. I think definitely.
Yeah, Dusty's a very present coach, so
Very.
it's like he's really reliable and helped us through the whole season.
Thanks, team.
Yeah, he'd even like schedule things for us, like
Huh. Like organize all the schedules.
help us map bands and like talk to
Stats,
them
yeah.
if like realize if one of them was like unranked or something. Breaking
Forfeit
a rule.
teams.
Forfeit
Making
teams.
teams forfeit.
Maybe we don't talk about that last part.
I would also say like our fans in chat, like on
Oh,
stream.
true.
Also, it was nice knowing
W
people
chat.
watching us.
And the haters.
Oh yeah.
Improve in the higher division.
Yeah, it is definitely more challenging because we're in a higher division now. But I think we could, like, with our coordination, I definitely think we could. We need to bring home another one of these.
It feels great.
You
Yeah.
guys know this is the first title that Terps Esports has won.
Wait, seriously?
And by
Really?
women.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
First down.
cool.
I like playing Valorant.
Have an excuse to play games.
True, that's true. That's good.
For me, I joined because, well, like I've always wanted to be on a women's team, especially like since I got to UMD, and me and Dusty had always like tried to make teams work every semester, and this was the first time it actually did work and stuck, and the people who tried out like were committed. So I guess I've always just wanted to be on a women's team to like connect more to that community.
To make friends.
So I had that gap, without a team for a while, and then I saw the form, and I was like, I really want to try this. This sounds fun. And then, yeah, I play Valorant too much. First of all, I did not imagine me being IGL when I first started, because I am, outside of my Lilac team, I am known as the no-brain, only aim chamber in comp. So I did not imagine myself being IGL. But I think there were some difficulties in the beginning, because no one, I wasn't used to giving out comms. I was just very confused. But I think now it's just the amount of trust that my teammates give me when I give out comms, and the amount of coordination that we have. I just love being IGLing, because I trust that things will work out.
I think by the end of the season, now we play together, everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray. We're excited just to see them play better as well.
With the middle school program, the best part has been seeing the moments of teamwork where the middle schoolers really seem to get the game, and so that's when you can see they're starting to get a little bit hooked on how esports can be so fun.
Off game, or will Red turn things around?
Hi, my name is Teddy Zielkowski. I am a 2022 graduate at the University of Maryland with a degree of Bachelor's of Landscape Architecture, and right now I am a Terps Rocket League coach. Yeah, I think one of the biggest factors of why they invited me to be the coach for the Rocket League team was that I played a lot, and I was actually the Rocket League president of the club. I played for the collegiate team before Terps Esports was a program. So I was a huge person in this community for Rocket League, so they really wanted someone who was kind of a cornerstone that built this community to come back and be the coach. The most important thing about my role would be just getting to know all the different players in the team. Everyone has different lifestyles, they have different play styles, so you really gotta just get to know every single person so that you can help kind of connect them all together so they can play well on and off the pitch.
Welcome back, everyone.
Well, we are already heading straight into game here already. We're starting off with we're starting off on Bind, and it's looking like we're already starting off pretty strong here, pushing on to this A site.
Yeah, we see Void here trying to hunger down, doesn't know that 3 people are in. Lamps gets 2, backs off before the third one has a chance to have their way with him, and narrowly gets taken down by Musterberger in Lamps. Rumioka unable to trade him out. In a 1v1 situation, Viper Peaches is going to take the round, and that's the pistol round for Terps.
Awesome. And it already looks like we're on the defense side, which I think is a pretty good start when it comes to Bind. I mean, to me, I feel like Bind, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Bind is a little defense-sided more so than an attacker side. I mean, if you have a pretty good foundation and you have pretty good setups, I mean, we have great characters already. We already have a Viper going, we have a Clove as well as a Sky, and we have Sif on Raze as well. So I think this team comp is looking pretty perfect for our Academy team so far.
Definitely, and I know they had a 4-man A site for pistol, which definitely worked out in their favor there. And we see Void's going to spot a few people here, gets flashed, gets the one shot with the Bucky, takes out And now it just backs off. He's going to re-smoke short there. Sees the Viper. Jazera is going to come with the assist. Gets 2. And now it's a 1v5. Fade in this corner here. Looking. Void's going to miss the first shot, and the second gets right-clicked by Sky. And Sky Venom is just going to get taken out by Rumioka with the classic. Clean round.
Void doing a lot with that Bucky there, just hanging out in short, and it's a lot for a second round, and especially when it comes to Valorant, winning your first pistol round sets you up for the rest of the half. I mean, honestly, losing your first pistol round means you lose the first 2 or 3 rounds, honestly, because you're forced to save in order to get some decent guns for the third round. And the Terps end up having to bonus from that second round as well, so they don't really get as much or better guns the way Harrisburg does, but nonetheless our Terps are hungry. They're blood hungry.
Definitely, and they're gonna be hungry by 3-man pushing down short here on the A site, but unfortunately Clove's gonna get taken out by the Rays, getting a bit of damage on them, but not enough for a kill. Sif is going to go down to the Brimstone, but Jazira is going to trade him out, getting rid of that controller. But now it's down to a 2v4 situation, both flanking. 2 players on Storm are low. Could be anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, and stakes are looking really, really low here. Peaches already wrapped around from their flank, but 2 of their players here on HU Storm are already really low, and Peaches has the advantage of that, but coming in from, A short or A main is just not ideal, especially if majority of their team is hiding there in lamps.
Definitely, and I think, when you don't have a lot of util, you got some guns out of it. I think the call-in has just been to save at this point, holding both showers and short for exit frags. Or maybe they're going to make a play here. Peaches creeps up. Ooh, just misses on the fade there.
Yeah, like I've said, the best bet is to just die from the spike or just save their guns. But because they're saving their guns, if you're not familiar with Valorant, your economy does not, go higher than that. The economy does not, you don't get as much credits from just saving your guns, unfortunately, but it does benefit the 2 players or the players that stayed alive for that past round. And I mean, nonetheless, I think it was a great play. I mean, the credits are looking good still. The Terps are still up when it comes to the score, but because of that, it's not even across the board. I mean, Peaches still has to buy light shields, but has the ability to buy full shields, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But again, prioritizing that setup for these rounds, especially with how close that last one was, we got to step it up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's looking like just a split from the HU Storm coming out of this round here. They just really want to put their feelers out, make sure that they're really attacking the weakest link here on the site here, and Peaches taking early, engage long. No one's going to take any damage there. Gonna pop orb to try and fake a back.
Yeah, and it's looking really slow here coming in through Hookah, but don't forget that we do have 2 players here on B site holding it down, and this is a new site for HU Storm to go ahead and push onto, but how aware are our Terps with this push?
3 jumping out of Hookah there. Rumioka's gonna go down first, but Jazera's there. CT ready to take out the Brimstone. 2v1 now in the favor of the Terps. Viper's going to try and get the plant down here. But right now, Void is the only person on this B site here waiting for Sif to come in to assist.
And it's a good idea to kind of push in together. I mean, you could only bait out Ray's utility as much as you can.
Wall bang! Oh my god, we're hearing cheers. What an incredible play. Just incredible game sense that you just learn of based on just being goated. I mean, I don't have anything to say. You saw the flash come out and you're just okay, doing some kind of, I guess, gamer trigonometry to be this is how far the flash comes out, and now this is where I need to shoot to get the kill, and he got it. And I'm just That's incredible.
I literally have no words. Like, how, I mean, it's either just genuine geometry or straight luck, but that Phoenix was very low nonetheless. I mean, either way, that Phoenix was going to lose their life anyways, but my goodness, that leaves the Terps to be 3-1 against HU Storm, and our leaderboard's looking just fine. And with 2 ultimates on our team, I think this should be a good round, and it already looks like HU Storm's going to decide to do a little bit of a default here, leaving the spike down mid.
Yeah, definitely looking very similar to last round. We're seeing people group up in hookah. That Viper still long, but there's a 3-2 split for the Terps between A and B here. And Peaches tucked in this corner watching hookah. Rumioka doing some for him. The call's going to come out that there's someone long. Musterberger is going to take out Peaches first. That's the B-side controller out of the game.
And already that Phoenix from last round is using that ultimate, trying to get some information on B-site where, you know, not a lot of HU Storm is hanging out at.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, HU Storm might have just used that Phoenix ult to bait, but I think a good read off of the Terps here, having some people rotate. The Viper wall is going to go up on the A site as Sif spots the Fade Hound. Raisiny comes out of lamps, tucked in, minimal damage. Jazeera's going to go down to Sky Venom on site there. Tent's going to go out, and the Terps are just holding for retake. Sif gets flashed, taken out in lamps, and Void's going to get shot down heaven, and Rumioka pushing out CT is going to have a similar fate.
I think HU Storm's starting to get the hang of how the Terps are playing and how they're defending these sites. I mean, that Viper during the beginning of the round on B site kind of read what Peaches was doing. I mean, Rumioka clearly trying to bait out himself and trying to distract that Viper, but obviously that Viper knew that Peaches was literally just hiding near TP. I mean, if somebody's baiting themselves out, chances are somebody's hiding on the corner against them. But I mean, don't fret. We are still up here 3-2 against HU Storm right now, but our economy is starting to slowly dwindle on us. I'm hoping that the Terps can kind of pick it up here, especially with this, looks like a full push onto A site.
Definitely. I mean, Sif unfortunately going to get taken out early. Jazeera looking for a trade, unable to do so as the Fade Dog comes out just to clear. And the ultimate as well. People deafened, people low. 2 are going to go down. Another. Void's going to pop ult here. 3v2 situation. Just waiting. Holding for someone. Bomb is down. Outside of showers, they're just waiting. Rumioka is going to get a great pick on the enemy raise here. The swing and the miss for Musterberger as he meets his fate from Jazeera. Talk
about teamwork there. I mean, they were just holding down on showers. Like, that spike, their life depended on that spike, which honestly it did. I mean, I don't really know how to explain that strat that HU Storm did. I mean, dying automatically in front of TP is not the best bet at all.
Definitely. I mean, that Fatal just allowed them to just take the TP with no consequence for the Terps because you're deafened. You can't hear that happen. And you're already low, so you get picked off, you know, almost instantly. And with Bomb in an advantageous position for the Terps, you know, great play, just holding it.
Most definitely. And we already had a little bit of a fade lineup there from Jauzera on B site to get some information here, but already HU Storm's doing the same thing.
Floyd is going to get taken out early. 3-man TP for Terps. Jazeera, the only person on the B site here, is going to get an early entry pick. But the bomb's just going to go down. It's a 4v4 right now. 3 people are rotating from A still. Jazeera needs to stay alive to support his team with the rest of this. Only 1 ult for the side of Terps against 4 for HU Storm. And we're going to see it come out. And not get a kill as Musterberger takes out Sif early. And Drago's going to pop ult as well. Peaches, in a last-ditch attempt, is going to pop Viper ult to try and stick a defuse. Gets the first kill. In a 1v2 right now. Tapping Bomb. In a 1v1, but it's just too low. I don't think he has time anymore, and he's just going to died a bomb here.
Unfortunate. I will applaud HU Storm here. I mean, what a great entry that they had, and what was the luck with the Terps just TPing and leaving B-side? I don't think that's something that they would have expected, but that's something to note for next round. I mean, you can't really make assumptions of how the team is going to push when you're defending right off the bat, you know, especially with Valorant. People are rotating fast, especially on a map like Bind with TPs like this. It's just something that you have to be patient and kind of just wait for. You know, you never know if the other team is just trying to bait out that site. And honestly, not a great play from the Terps, but nonetheless, I applaud HU Storm. What a great play from them. And honestly, it's just a little unlucky that we just couldn't get that defuse down.
Flash out of Hookah. Going to spot one as the Terps get shot out from there, but nothing much. Two people pushing out of showers right now. Sif catching Sky Venom. Jazeera is going to come in to assist and take them out. They're both low. You're going to have to back out. The Viper ult goes down on site as the Brimstone plants. Void with an op. Just looking. Sky Flash comes out. Skoda's the Fade Dog. No one dead yet. People know where people are, but it's just a lot of shots going out and not hitting anyone, but that Viper Venom is going to hit on Peaches. But Drago's going to take one out. Mustard Burger getting two. And right now, it's a 1v2 situation on 5 HP for Jazeera, and it's not going to cut it, as stepping into the Viper ult just sends him right into Mustard Burger's crosshairs.
The Terps are falling left and right from that round, and honestly, what a great Viper ult, I will say, from HU Storm. It's just a little unlucky that Peaches did end up leaving, or did end up wasting his ult last round, trying to, you know, secure that defuse, but I did get a notification saying that we have a timeout right now. I'm presuming that this is going to be from the Terps side. What do we think they're talking about?
I mean, I think they're really talking about kind of that early round aggression that isn't really working out in their favor. Maybe some of those ults that missed their mark, Sif pulling out the Raze ult in, you know, the middle of a retake, just getting taken out so early. He had it out for like forever. He could have just, you know, shot it anywhere. Most likely would have gotten a kill. Shooting a fish in a barrel if you have 4 people on the enemy team on site there. But really, I think it's just they need to talk about their pacing.
Most definitely. What I've seen, again, like you said, early round aggression here. We have Coach Arjun, again, like we've interviewed. Look at him cooking it up in the kitchen, trying to, you know, get some strats going for the Terps. I mean, they really do need to work on their pacing. I do agree. It's a little too fast. I mean, it worked in the early rounds, but now that we have decent buys, you have to do it strategically now. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, now that we have real guns and full util kits, you know, just running headstrong into people is just going to get you flashed, smoked out, and shot in the head.
Oh, I think Mustard Burger missed their lineup there.
Missed the lineup there, and the Brimstone ult is going to come out onto Hookah early. Hopefully was trying to catch some people there, pushing out early like last round, but it's going to be a 4-man take on this B site here, as the Sky Cabbages are going to catch someone sitting in that corner of their garden. 24 HP on Rumioka here. Just sitting, waiting, taking down to 1 HP. A breath could take him out. And that's what it's going to be from Viper as he gets 2 to counter Peaches. And it's going to be a 2v2 situation. HU Storm just now picking up Bomb. There's only one person on site, one Hookah. They know where both of them are. Void swinging, decaying. Not going to be enough to get a kill as Sif goes down to Mustard Burger here, putting him in a tight position. Fade Dog coming out. The bomb hasn't even gone down yet. He could just take his sweet time. He knows someone has to push that site to get it. And that the person elbow right now is the one that has it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where Void is watching. You know, he kind of knows where, you know, one is in Hookah and one is, you know, around elbow, but the chances of wrapping behind him are a little low considering they need to get this plant down in 18 seconds, by the way, and this Fade is just 23 HP. That's 1 hit, and it looks like they're just going to wait for their util instead.
And Void swings right into them, unable to get even a single kill there. You know, I think really when you're in that position, it's just like the pressure is getting to you and you really just have to cover your bases. And, you know, I think he got a little too excited there at the end, just kind of swinging into them.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's something you don't want to do, especially if you have a decent amount of HP going. I mean, Viper was holding that walkout, and so was that fade, and it just wasn't going to be in his favor. But honestly, patience is key, and especially with a game like Valorant, you just have to really trust your gut and wait and see. You don't want to rush it too fast.
Definitely, and you're seeing 4 people here short. Sif with the Bucky going to get one. Rumioka with the Sheriff getting another, taking out the Phoenix ult. But Drago, with 4 kills there, puts Peaches in a 1v3 situation. He's got a Bulldog. I mean, he could do something with it, but with this bomb going down, I think he just might be looking for an upgrade.
Most definitely, and I'm pretty sure that Raze is kill hungry as well. And like I said, patience is key in this game. And unfortunately, our Terps did fall just within like 20 seconds of the game starting.
Definitely Peaches going to go down to the Phoenix, denying that ace. But, you know, I think it was just a save round. So, I mean, you can't really complain too much. But it's definitely unfortunate to see them lose still.
Yeah, I don't think I expected a thrifty from that round, and it's, again, Peaches didn't end up using any util, so it's fine. You know, you get to walk into the next round with almost a full set of util and, you know, some money to buy a gun, but we have to really win this round, because if we don't win this round, we're going to be stuck on a save force rotation until the half starts, and that's not something that's ideal, especially if we're already 4-6 against HU Storm. You want to get as many rounds, especially on this defense side, and with all of HU Storm pushing B long, it's not looking good for Peaches and Rumioka.
Yeah, Rumioka popped that flash too early, didn't get anyone, but Peaches is going to get the first onto that Raze, gets taken out by Mustardburger. Now Rumioka, 30 HP, holding against 3 people, isn't going to get any, as the last remaining players on Terps are going to force this rotate, but they get stopped by the Viper. And now as things calm down, HU Storm is just going to push onto site, take their time clearing those corners. Fatal coming out, get some info. They near sight the player on site. Void spotting someone garden, gets taken out by Sky Venom. Jazeera pushing site, gets the Brimstone, gets the Viper, and Sif is going to finish off the fade in the corner there. That's a good round.
Amazing round, and it's so hard to do retake on this on both of these sites, because you're kind of just stuck being smoked. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to be smoked in your CT, like in your spawn, nothing. Like either the players are going to camp you and wait for you to just rotate in through your spawn, or it's just tight. It's too hard to push from the back of the site, especially on a site like Bind, let alone on B site, because everybody loves to hide inside that tube. Everybody likes to get a little, what is that, like a pixel headshot going on in hookah. Don't even talk to me about hookah. I cannot stand being stuck, or let alone doing retake in hookah. But nonetheless, Terps are doing an amazing job, and HU Storm is doing a different play this time by going back to the roots and defaulting almost.
Definitely. I mean, I think what really secured them that round last time was the fatal. Peaches is going to get the first there mid. Is going to pop Viper Orb to back up. Look long. Sif get taken out from short. There's HU Storm players everywhere looking to get a kill. That Raze Rocket is going to miss on Rumioka. And the Skydog comes out. Blind right now. Viper is already pushed up elbow, takes out Jazeera on the rotate. And Peaches is making the call to push this, but gets taken out by the HU Storm players, and that puts Void in a 1v4 situation. As the last round of the half, he's going to have to go for it. But all the HU Storm players are rotating A.
Yeah, Void's just gonna have to full send it. I really feel like Peaches and Rumioka had a 1-2-3 swing that they could have done. Oh wow. Void unfortunately did TP and ended up getting camped in front of it. This is what I hate about Bind. The TP in Bind just sucks. Like, people can just throw util in it and just watch you walk out and your head's taken off before those doors even open.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like, I think personally when I play Bind, I rarely use the TP because I am just so scared of just like swinging out, especially because I'm a Sentinel player and I have nothing to kind of make it so that I'm not just taking a 50 when I step out there. Definitely difficult. I mean, it's just kind of Void's hand was forced there because, you know, he has to make a fast rotate for any chance of taking out 4 players there. I think Terps are definitely going to have to, I mean, maybe their explosive plays will work better on attacking side, but we'll just have to see as 3 people come up long here onto Viper. Skydog gets flashed. Raging coming out Garden. Clearing that out. And they just hold there.
It's quiet. I mean, they just baited with utility, and they're just, you know, this is what I was talking about. You have to kind of just observe. You can't just straight push, you know, and it obviously has its, you know, sometimes it works, but in this case, with this Viper utility, it's very strong. So nonetheless, you just have to be very patient, and Peach is already in showers, waiting for the rest of his team to go ahead and go in through main is a great play, but again, I like this. They're being patient this time, using their utility.
Definitely, but as 4 people push up short here, Sif looking to get a kill on the person Lamps, takes out 1, doesn't get the second, but Rumioka's there with the assist. Peaches looking at the Phoenix coming up on showers, gets the kill on him. It is now a 3v3 retake. Sky Venom going down to Rumioka. Terps with the advantage here. A third for Rumioka. Can we see a 4th? And there it is.
Get styled on Rumioka, doing wonders there, playing as Sky. And, you know, he actually used a lot of his util with that entry, and it helped out the team a lot. And that's something we would love to see. And again, winning pistol round gives you the benefit of forcing just a little bit for that second pistol round. But that just means you have to win it. If you spend all that money and you lose it, you are broke going into that 3rd buy round. It is just not ideal. And I already see, I did not know that HU Storm had a Brim. It looks like their Brim bought a Bucky, so I hope that the Terps are able to watch out for that, especially in tight spaces like Lamps or Hookah.
Definitely hero Bucky on this Brim here, as the HU Storm aren't even stacking anything. They're just, you know, looking for something. Phoenix is going to push down mid here and try and walk up on Jazeera. 2 people are holding short here. 1 goes down. Void can't react in time to get the kill, but Peaches is there with the Bulldog. And now the Terps are looking to push this site. They're rotating, actually. Monsterburger is already down long with the Classic. Getting the timing. They don't know he's here. Sif with the flick! Not even taking a lick of damage there. As the remaining 3 members of the HU Storm are rotating through CT. Drago with the nade to pop out onto site, gets taken out by Void. And that's going to be a quick 3K from Void to end the round.
What a great execution. Honestly, that was close, I will say, but what a crazy flick from Sif with that Guardian. I mean, I suck with Guardians. Like, I cannot, like, scope, no scope, doesn't matter. I freaking suck with Guardians. And for that to happen on the 2nd pistol round, pretty good. Honestly, I think we have a good setup for this, you know, for the attack side. And I know the Terps are very powerful when it comes to entering, so I don't think there's any excuse for tonight's game for it to not go smoothly. And we're doing pretty good. What do you think?
Definitely. I mean, I think a lot of that round just came down to winning against those Storm players lurking behind them on those rotates. I was so scared. I was super concerned that, you know, more than at least 1 person was going to go down there. But, you know, in, you know, the case that happened, that amazing flick made it so that no one went down. Sif off to an early lead, taking out Musterburger on the B site. And they're just going to back up from that. Peaches showers again, looking to make a play on this fade here, guarding them.
It's too quiet. Real quiet.
Very quiet, but something's about to happen. I think Sky Venom wants to take that fight and loses it. Peach is getting the entry. This leaves 1 person on the A site here, and that's it. The remaining 2 players. Phoenix forced a TP here. And the Viper Orb comes out to stop that. Second TP, they know where both of them are. The Terps in a great retake, in a great post-plant position here, as it is a 5v2 Both players are known. And they're just waiting them out. That Viper orb going back up. They're saying, oh, whatever. The spam threw it. No, Rumioka came up from behind.
Lots of cheers in the studio right now. Beautiful execution. Like I said, that TP and bind just tells everybody where you are, and it sucks. Like, you would think it would be something that's very useful, but for me, it just sucks buns. Like, I can't use it. I just can't. But honestly, great play from the Terps there. Everybody holding on to site as Rumioka slowly coming in with that flank. And I don't think that's something HU Storm had expected. I mean, here we go again. You know, they have to end up saving this time. And it looks like a judge is coming in through. And they're doing a different play here for the Terps side, it looks like. It looks like Peaches has a friend on A site this time.
Definitely, it just looks like more like a traditional split as Rumioka comes up on Drago, that only person with a Vandal. Unfortunate circumstances, but that Phoenix is going to go down on the B site. There's only one person here. That Viper tucked in the corner. They get spotted out. Busterburger with the one tap on the Sif, getting 3. Oh, you just need to trade out there. And that just leaves Peaches in a 1v4. I mean, you just hate to see that.
And considering that HU Storm ended up saving this time, it might be a potential thrifty here. But don't forget, Peaches is the team's IGL, so I'm sure he is also strategizing while he's walking up B-Long here, what he's going to do and kind of just minimize his fights and kind of just anchor it with just doing a 1v1 rather than facing all 3 of them right now. I mean, he has a pretty good amount of health so far, so let's hope that he's able to at least get some damage and take some of these HU Storm players down with him.
Definitely. I mean, getting spotted there is going to be unfortunate, as the HU players now just know, okay, we just can funnel all into here, into the kill chamber, but Peaches is going to get 1 on the raise, a second onto the Brimstone, but the Fate is going to do him in. I saw a glimmer of hope there, but wasn't enough.
I saw the strat though, I will say. I saw the strat, Peaches. I know what we were going through, but unfortunate. It was too unfortunate. I mean, 2 of our players had already taken a decent amount of damage in the first half of the round. I kind of just saw like the Terps just lose so much damage already before even getting to stick a plant onto B site. I mean, you saw the spike went down right in front of B, which is not favorable, especially for trying to retake onto that site and being alone on attack as well.
It definitely is looking like an A take here. As the Viper Ball goes up, Rumioka is going to dog through it. Doesn't get a solid read, but knows that someone's in there. The raise nade going out. The second flash, that's all from him. As the Terps are taking space, Lamps here get taken out by the judge. Void trades him. As the 2v2 in showers goes to the favor of HU Storm. In a 4v2 situation, Void is here, waiting for someone to push him. Lamps doesn't dodge the Phoenix Flash and can't readjust his aim. And Jazeera gets taken out by the Viper, anchored onto the B site.
I feel so bad for Void. Like, that just was not in our favor here, and I'm hoping that this doesn't mess with our Terps mental. I mean, most things in Valorant that happen are just genuinely unlucky, and honestly, we're still pretty close in scoreline. I mean, 8-9, we're still doing pretty good so far. Our economy is good, but you do want to make sure that you win, especially with how low, you know, these credits are looking so far. I mean, Peaches, unfortunately, because he's utilizing his utility, he has to sacrifice how much, you know, he's spending in his gun to his own shield. So already,
Rumioka off to a great start. Getting that pick on Viper has been a huge pain with those flashes. Sif with the raise ult, looking to get that last player on site. The Cabbage has already revealed where they are, but he doesn't want to satchel in too far. Shoots into the smoke, kills the enemy raise. And the Viper is going to go out, trying to really secure that post plant as the 5v3 leaves HU Storm reeling. Right now, it's just everyone's taking their time, using their util, getting info. That Fade Eye taken out early. And this Viper ult, just such a pain to deal with. Rumioka got a kill.
Ooh, dinked.
Both elbow. Peaches getting 1. The last remaining is the Brimstone. and he's just going to get spammed out by Peaches. Just, clean.
Good round by the Terps, and that's what I'm talking about. We've got that momentum getting back up there, but I will say it was a little shaky. I mean, you could only rely on a Viper ult so much, but that kind of leaves you vulnerable at the same time. I mean, you're confined to one space in the Viper ult, but the Terps were spread out pretty well. Rumioka holding down on to B long just in case one of HU Storm's players just went ahead and flanked. But again, retake on the defense side, let alone going into B, is the worst thing ever. And I'm so glad that the Terps were able to, take it home for that round. So hopefully we can get a little bit of that, we can replay that yet again here, as it looks like they're trying to favor towards B main, slowly walking into hookah this time.
Yeah, I mean, one elbow, one garden, as the Terps explode onto site, takes out the Viper elbow, and that just leaves the Phoenix here. Flash coming out, gonna get one, doesn't get the other, as Peaches comes up from long to double pincer him, as one hookah, 2 CT in this post plant. Fatal's gonna come out, gets one. But I don't think they know about this Brimstone. Just sitting there with a judge, I believe. Peaches just waiting with Rumioka. Gonna spray him out. And that just leaves the Brimstone. He's just like, okay, I can't go out to sight, I guess, because I'm just gonna take that long range fight and lose. And he's just going to get spammed out. Oh my god, just one more shot.
Little do they know. I think he's trying to play exits, but who would want to exit through hookah, genuinely?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, Brim.
Just making the executive decision.
To save a judge.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, oh, maybe died of bomb. But, the HU Storm economy, or particularly that Brimstone's, wasn't doing too hot, so they wouldn't even be able to buy another judge.
That's also true, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to see like some kind of gameplay from this Brim, because again, I did not know there was a Brim on HU Storm's side. I feel like they didn't get to utilize their utility as much, or maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't know. Either way, I wish I saw something from that Brim. Brim ults are very powerful, and especially this far into the game, it would be very beneficial to have one.
Definitely. But, we might see something important come out of that Brim on Pie Watch right now, 3-13. Peach is going to creep up. This could be it. In the Viper Orb, spamming out, stepping through, going down to the judge before it could happen. A 2v2 trade as the remaining Terps players attempt to creep up on this B. Viper's going to take him out from hookah. The smoke going down to give them cover to get this bomb down, as the other two players from the HU Storm come up from CT. Terps at a disadvantage here, as they don't have enough util to cover their bases. Raised Rocket coming out. Void popping the ult here. Gets nearsighted, but gets the one tap through it all. And all that's left is the Viper. Oh my god. He went like Ultra Instinct there. I'm just like, whoa. One tap after another. It's just like, oh, he popped the ult, got nearsighted. I'm like, oh, so like surely he could just get spammed out here. But it's just like, no, I'm just going to fire one bullet. And now I'm just back for the rest of the round.
Bruh, what a beautiful play from Void. Amazing 3K happening there. And honestly, we needed that. Look at the Terps celebrating their teammate. Honestly, doing such an amazing job. Every single one of them already getting a Red Bull out, I see. And that's Peaches, by the way, being their team's IGL. So he's going to need that Red Bull, most definitely. And it looks like we're doing so well on Bind. As much as Bind is like a hated on map, it is also an OG map. But nonetheless, I just feel like, what a great round. We needed that. I honestly needed that for the momentum, most definitely.
Definitely. I mean, this momentum shift has been tremendous. I mean, putting HU on the back foot here, I think a timeout is happening right now for HU. Because, like, yeah, this is the Storm's map pick. This is what they should be excelling at. Haven is going to be the next map for the Terps. But, when you're losing your map pick, you're kind of like, getting worried, getting concerned here.
Yeah, and it messes with your mental. Like, Valorant is just such a mental game that you cannot let that ruin you. But nonetheless, HU Storm has a pretty good amount of ults that are already ready. I mean, combining 3 of those, the Fade, Brim, and Viper ult, can honestly get them this round. But again, the Terps just need 2 rounds to take this map home, and so far it's looking pretty great. But this time Rumioka's gonna stay by himself on A site instead of Peaches. Oh, I lied. Peaches are right there hanging out in A main. I take that back, guys.
It's another split again. They're just hanging out on the A site here, probing, looking for an early pick. Peaches putting up the Viper wall, clearing that corner. Doesn't want to die to another judge, as no one has made a move yet. Void backing off from Hookah, almost engaging with the Phoenix there, but the call is going to be made. It's an A play. Just 3 people coming up short here as Tugo showers. Raze, noticing something's off, holds that grenade out, throws it, and is just going to get Sif early as Peaches goes down and Rumioka can't get the second. It's just Void and Jazeera here on the site. One TP comes out, and another one comes in. As Jazeera is opting for the B site, leaving Void alone, trying to get some picks. Can he get spotted here? Jazeera wrapping all the way back around, 8 seconds left, 7 HP. Can't do anything, blind, just steps into the Viper Molly.
I think it's time for change. This is the same play that the Terps have been doing for quite some time now on the attack side. You know, they kind of leave Rumioka and Peaches together on A site. You know, they split A site together, and then the rest of the Terps go ahead, push Hookah, or they push B long. And as much as that's worked, you can't keep spamming it. You gotta change it up a little bit. You gotta, you know, switch up your players on different sides. You gotta either full push, or you can bait, you can default, you can do a lot of things, but that strat just isn't working out anymore. I mean, they're expecting Rumioka to flash, you know, showers, and honestly, HU Storm is falling for it every time, but nonetheless, we gotta switch it up here, especially with how it's looking on B site. It's looking pretty strong, so I hope this first contact goes well.
Definitely. I mean, we're seeing some early contact here in Hookah as the Fade Eye spots the Phoenix. Not going to get spammed out enough, but the long fight seems to have gone for a 1-to-1 trade here as Peaches comes out. Can't finish off the Phoenix, but the Sky Dog is going to get him. That Brimstone ult getting no one because the plant isn't even down yet. And Void spamming through the smoke, getting another. And it's a 3v1.
Guys, the bomb. We still have to plant the bomb, guys. I
Void
hope.
Says Rumioka with 3 finishing off that Brimstone. I mean, I think it was just really disorganized from the Storm there.
Yeah.
Especially with that Brimstone ult just coming out of nowhere. It's just like there's... I mean... Like, what was that? Was that for Peaches?
They had to have started rage baiting Peaches or something. I mean, I know he was mad. Did you see that face cam? I mean, he was just livid. But let's not, you know, celebrate too early. Again, we just need one more round, but this is still possible to head into overtime. I mean, again, like you said, HU was a little disorganized, but that doesn't mean that they can't just pick it up just randomly.
Phoenix with the flash. Gonna have to throw the molly down as Peaches gets an early kill here on A. And the call might come out for a rotate. They're just chilling here in their spawn. And it's looking like a 4-man hookah onto this Phoenix. Skydog coming out. Phoenix is gonna have to back out. And they're rotating again. Peaches creeped up. There's no one on the A site here. Everyone's rotated. They were so scared of losing this map.
I hope that they know that nobody's on A site.
I mean, they're clearing it. They're taking their time. I mean, good for them. You know, it's discipline. But I mean, you didn't really have to.
Right.
I'm not like, but you really only know you don't have to if you're like hacking.
And we have a TP. Oh,
Peaches.
TP.
Viper v Viper as the wall comes up. Can't see anyone right now. Two people, lamps. Viper getting the first kill on Void and another on Sif. As Jazeera gets flashed out and swung on. This puts Peaches in a 1v3 situation. Bomb just got tapped. He has to swing right now. They're sticking.
Real gamers stick. Oh,
he died to the molly. Oh my god, it went 3. That's going to be map 1. I didn't even know he could down. He had lineups. He had lineups.
Peaches getting a beautiful 4K to close out Bind. Terps are going to be taking it home for this first map here. They are celebrating. The Terps did an amazing job, but let's not celebrate too early as the Terps have 2 more maps to be, going head-to-head against HU Storm here. But what a beautiful performance that they've had.
Definitely. I mean, first map in the series, got to be away off their shoulders. They're ready to perform, especially on HU's map pick. Can't wait to see what they have cooked up on their own map pick. Gonna be Haven, right after this commercial break.
My name is Subin Kim. My in-game name is Carrots, and I'm the controller of this team.
My name is Hannah. My IGN is Tuxedo Sam, and I play Sentinel for the team.
My name is Sima. My in-game name is Care Bear, and I'm a flex.
My name is Megan. My IGN is Giraffe, and I'm an initiator.
My name is Sophia. My IGN is Soap, and I'm an initiator too.
Hi everyone, I'm Ayush. My in-game name is Dulcexo, and I'm the coach.
For me, I think it was just really interesting to see our names on social media and on a website. I'm just like, whoa, my name is on a website but so I think that was the number one thing that kind of just it brought the realization of what kind of team I'm in, what kind of position I'm in.
Meeting them. It's hard to make a woman and non-binary friends in Valorant, so it's just really nice that we have a team specifically for that.
The studio.
Yeah. Oh, the studio.
The
Oh,
studio.
I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know that existed until remember when I first when we first talked about the studio, I was like, what's that? When I first went to the room, I was like, oh, there's cameras and lighting. I'm just like, that's
Nice computer.
Nice computer.
The monitors
So
are crazy.
true.
Winning.
Yeah.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
W winning.
Getting that.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I feel
that
like
was pretty cool.
hey. I would say supportive is definitely Dusty and Rachel. Those two, just making sure we had scrims down, making sure we had practice schedules down, Dusty making sure to pick out what we did wrong, just helping us improve. I think definitely.
Yeah, Dusty's a very present coach, so
Very.
it's he's really reliable and helped us through the whole season.
Thanks, team.
Yeah, you'd even schedule things for us,
Organize all those schedules.
help us map bands and talk to
Stats,
them
yeah.
if realize if one of them was unranked or something. Breaking a
Forfeit
rule,
teams.
making teams forfeit.
Maybe we don't talk about that last part.
I would also say our fans in chat, on
Oh,
stream.
true.
Also. It was nice knowing
W
people
chat.
watching us.
And the haters.
Oh yeah.
Improve in the higher division.
Yeah, it is definitely more challenging because we're in a higher division now. But I think we could with our coordination, I definitely think we could. We need to bring home another one of these.
It feels great.
You
Yeah.
guys know this is the first title that Terps Esports has won.
Wait, seriously?
And by
really?
women.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
First time.
cool.
I like playing Valorant.
Have an excuse to play games.
That's true. That's good.
For me, I joined because, like I've always wanted to be on a women's team, especially like since I got to UMD, and me and Dusty had always like tried to make teams work every semester, and this was the first time it actually did work and stuck, and the people who tried out like were committed. So I guess I've always just wanted to be on a women's team to like connect more to that community.
To make friends.
So I had that gap, without a team for a while, and then I saw the form, and I was like, I really want to try this. This sounds fun. And then, yeah, I play Valorant too much. First of all, I did not imagine me being IGL when I first started, because I am, outside of my Lilac team, I am known as the no-brain, only aim chamber in comp. So I did not imagine myself being IGL. But I think it's if there were some difficulties in the beginning, because I wasn't used to giving out comms. I was just very confused. But I think now it's just the amount of trust that my teammates give me when I give out comms, and the amount of coordination that we have. I just love being IGLing, because I trust that things will work out.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys weren't waiting for too long, as we are resuming our Terps Valorant Academy co-ed team going against Harrisburg University, and we've already taken home the first map on Bind, and we're already getting ready to transition into our second map, which is going to be Haven. How was this first map on Bind? Let's do a little recap.
I think it was kind of messy, if you ask me.
It was so messy.
A lot of stuff kind of came down to who was, had their crosshair in the right position, especially on kind of those explosive plays that the Terps were doing, both on defense and on attack. Attack, it really just came down to, okay, do I get the first pick? Okay, I win the round then. If I don't, well, I guess that's it. Because, in multiple instances, we saw people go down on both A and B site, and it's instant 3v5. What are you gonna do? And I think really when they started to go, okay, we can only leave one person on the alternate site and just 4-man push in. They had more util, they had more people to shoot at the one person in hookah.
Yeah.
I think it just worked out and they won the match.
I think it was a lot of rinse and repeat from both sides, both from the Terps and from HU Storm. And honestly, I hope they don't bring that into Haven. Again, Haven has 3 different sites. You have to be really strategic. And I'm sure a lot of lineups are going to be used. So you do have to be on your toes. You do have to, expect different utility uses and different utility plays. So you can't always just focus on your gun. You can't always focus on your crosshair. And you can't always hide in the same corner. I am going to call it already. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be hiding in garage, just waiting behind those boxes, or somebody's going to be hiding in window the whole time, or somebody's going to be down short. They're going to be in sewers in A. I feel it. And it's going to be that brim with the Bucky or something. I'm calling the shots.
Yeah. I was notorious for being a rat. I was a Sentinel player. I played C-Site and Garage when I would play defense. And so you would just see me sitting in a different corner each round. And I would just make sure I would watch them when they came in to be okay, what corners did they check? So which one do I hide in this round? I know they check this one. I know they check this one. Oh, they don't check this one when they come in usually. So I could sit there and possibly get a kill. But
I'm sure you've had trigger discipline as well, because that's one thing. If you're going to be hiding in a corner, you have to have trigger discipline, because if you shoot that first person and you don't know the whole team is behind him, you're cooked.
Yeah,
you're cooked.
If you shoot the first person, the rest of the team could back out. Really having that trigger discipline also lets you get more kills and also gives your team better intel.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, I'm hoping that they take this away from you, Ives, because HU, you got to step it up just a little bit, change up the plays, change up where you're hiding, especially if you're going to be doing some sneaky stuff like what Ives has said. But in terms of our Terps so far, I think they're doing pretty well. I haven't seen them perform on a 3-site map like Haven before, but I'm sure it's going to be something, that's going to run smoothly. I'm thinking there's going to be some comfort picks here, maybe like another like Clove going, another Viper for their smokes. I feel like there might be a little bit of an Astra from Peaches. I don't know, considering he's also the team's IGL, I think playing as Astra is a really beneficial character, especially if you're going to be both smokes and IGL at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know Peaches was kind of catching some heat about Haven. Just because he wanted to play some positions that I think people were telling him, no, you're just going to lose. They didn't have any faith in him at all. But, he put up a pretty decent performance on Bind, so maybe they trust him a little bit to do something. I think really, we're possibly going to see, Sova, Jet, Sky or Breach, things like that. I think those are kind of your 3 core, and you can rotate, what do you want, an extra of something, or do you want a Sentinel?
Right.
3 sites to cover, that Sentinel util might come in handy, especially if, you're playing a Cypher. It's just, you place those trips down, they get triggered, you now, know that they're there, and you can just be physically covering something else.
Most definitely. And speaking of, normalized picks, I want to see Sif play Razor Jet again. I want to see a character that has a lot of movement, because I feel like Sif, we didn't get to see how Sif really performs, especially on a map like Bind. Raze is your go-to pick. Jet is also a go-to pick. And I don't know, we just didn't get to see him perform as well, and I think there were some pretty unlucky shots. I mean, the ultimates, the Raze, the Raze ults were not hitting, unfortunately, but I do want to see more movement from Sif in this next round. I mean, again, it's a big map, a lot of strats, a lot of places to be satcheling, a lot of places to be dashing and smoking into at the same time. I really want to see a versatile and movement heavy character, especially with a map like Haven. I mean, going into B site, just running it down and then getting gunned down from both sides of B. That's the only downside being a duelist on Haven.
Yeah, if you just updraft, dash in, and go on to
the boxes,
there, maybe you have a little bit more of a chance. But yeah, that aim game is definitely gonna have to be on point there for Sif. But hopefully Bind was a bit of a warm up.
Oh yeah.
And now he gets to come in and be like, okay. I was just joking, guys.
It's game time. I'm locked in now, guys. Yeah, and here we are already in our agent select, and it's looking like we do have some similar characters. Rumioka hovering on Sova already. We do have an Omen pick from Void. Peaches being on Viper again for a comfort pick. Jowzera going for a KJ. I do like to see that. And Sif choosing Yoru. I'm not against that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing Yoru, you don't really need that flash initiator. So they're opting for a double controller. I think they're definitely looking for some fake plays on this attacking half.
Yeah, and I really think this is going to allow Sif to perform really well, and we finally get to see some duelist plays that he's been able to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's been entering really well on Bind and everything, but Yoru's kit is a little more versatile than Raze's. I feel like it's a lot of mental games if you decide to go Yoru.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're just, playing making your enemy team paranoid, essentially, with your teleports, your clones, flashing, and your ultimate as well.
Yeah.
It's just really very, I can rotate whenever, I can do a lot. You don't expect me to be here, but yet I'm here. If you can pull it off, great for him.
Yeah, go off. I mean, look at this pig. It's almost a mirror match here, but this time there's going to be 2 duelists here on UH Storm side, and we're actually starting off with an attack, it looks like, and I think this is a good half for us to be on. I mean, last game on Bind, we started on defense, so this time we can actually, you know, get all of that momentum out of our system by starting off with a great half here, and I'm sure with this kind of pistol round, we should be doing pretty well. I mean, I don't know, double smoke going on our side as well. I like it, and I think there's going to be a lot of strats going on here, and I'm hoping that Peaches is able to, you know, lead us to victory for this first half.
Definitely, and as we're seeing right now, 3 people are here on the B site for HU. Jazeera's going to get flashed, not going to be able to get a kill, but Sif getting that Omen first. In a comfortable position to try and push out on the site here, but they're going to back off. Maybe try and probe Garage a little bit as the smoke window comes out. KJ alone on the site with nothing but a turret. Isn't going to have to defend anything because the Terps are rotating all the way A. They're going around the world here. And as the plant goes down, is a 1v3 situation for HU. But that Yori's already low.
Very low, and I mean, we have the site on lock already, and I like this strat that they're doing.
KJ going heaven, looking to spot anything. Peach is going to make some noise. Sif gets taken out. Rumioka finishing off the Yoru as Jet swings out, gets 2. And in a 1v1 situation, Jazeera clutches up.
Wow. Amazing play by that Jet, by the way. That Jet played Phoenix on Bind, and, you know, that Phoenix had some pretty good plays, and a 3K off the mat on pistol round. Amazing, amazing play by them. But honestly, that was well executed. I mean, Peaches was just already hanging out on top of boxes on A site while the rest of HU Storm just went ahead and did what the Terps did. They went around the world and rotated back out, and the Terps had A site all to themselves. And now that we finally won this first pistol round, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did last game, and we are going to go ahead and use that bonus. We're going to bonus off of that, and hopefully the Terps are able to win this second round, or else we'll be broke for the bye round.
Yeah, we're seeing some spam come out early onto the B site. Not really hitting anyone here. But the Terps are going to try their best to see what's available. This KJ is in garage, and Yoru is on the C site. Doesn't get spotted by that Sova dart. And his Void swings out. He's going to spam through. Rumioka getting that first kill. Flash through. The Terps have the entirety of site here, as both the Killjoy and the Omen for HU are just sitting in garage here, waiting for something. Bomb's going to go down here. 4 players on HU, now 3 thanks to Jazeera. Are going to have to group up if they want to do anything. They're on pistols right now. Whoa. Rumioka getting that headshot, and Peach is getting 2 with that Phantom.
Wow.
I mean, it was just a massacre there.
Rumioka and Sif are doing really well with these Guardians, and I'm liking it. I mean, it's getting us our rounds and our wins that we need, and we're already 2-0 against HU Storm here, and what more can you do? I mean, we have to bonus off of that second round, so it's not like we can quite, you know, force as much as we can, but let's not get a little too, how do I say this? Let's not get a little too cocky, I guess you could say. I mean, you can win those first 2 rounds, but this third round can still make or break you. And that Jet has an Odin, which typical Haven pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, and a lot of these walls on Haven are spammable. And so it's the ultimate weapon for that. And, you know, that suppressing fire can halt a push in an instant, as 4 people for Terps are grouped up garage here. Peaches, long, gets spotted by the Yoru and takes him out. Yoru had that TP, could have used it at any moment, but thought they could get that kill there, and that's going to put the Terps at an advantage here. They're backing off of mid and garage and might be looking to take A from the Sova.
It's too quiet right now, and I don't like that Jet still has that Odin on hand.
Yeah, luckily, that spam won't help from mid as the Terps walk up. 2 short, 3 long. Sky Venom gets flashed.
Whoa.
Has enough time to recover to take out one, but is going to get traded by Peaches there, fortunately, as Rumioka gets this plant. 2 are flanking. His KJ turret hasn't spotted them. Peaches gets spotted by the Viper, and that's that spam. Void sitting under heaven, watching for a long swing. Viper
oh,
in a
man.
2v1 situation. People went down so fast, and Rumioka finishing it off. I mean, it was tense. There were a lot of things happening there. People were... I was so concerned that Void was going to get timing there from long as he went for that Omen blind. But luckily he got it off. He was capable of helping the team.
Yeah, and the last thing you want is somebody with an Odin flanking you, let alone that early into the game. So, I mean, it's not like it really matters as Jet has their jet knives ready, and it looks like that's what they're going to bank on for this round, and hopefully maybe pick up one of the Terps or their teammates' guns. But let's see if they can even, you know, land these knives, because again, jet knives have been nerfed, so it's not like you kind of just get a new set. Once you use one, unless, you know, you kill people, but... Nonetheless, Terps are doing amazing as they're just running on the C site.
Spraying down the 2CT with only 1 left to tell the tale for now. But that's just going to be the jet knives wasted. And a 5v1 situation. Peaches debating whether or not he wants to swing through that.
I mean, I liked what Peaches did. I will say, went ahead and threw in that... you know, threw in that util to prevent that jet from even picking up that stinger. It was a stinger, by the way. So at this point, I think it's you just gotta die to one of the players or to the bomb, because there you go. Because if honestly you saved just having absolutely nothing to your name, I would be upset if I was on Storm's team. So either way, and it looks like they're finally getting a timeout started, and I will say it's not too early in the game to do so, and honestly you want to do it this early so you can set yourself up for the first half and for the rest of the game itself as well. And what do we think? What can Storm do to, you know, propel themselves and, you know, prepare themselves for this first half?
I mean, I don't even know at this point. It's just been very tough for them to try and get in, especially with Peaches being so deadly on those lurks. They really just have to make sure that they're not giving anything up too soon. Their rotates are like constant. They're finding themselves like out of place and easily able to be picked off, especially with, you know, like we saw that heavy buy come out the 3rd round with that Odin for the jet. And then when you lose a round like that, you're just broke the next one. So like... they haven't been able to work their way back into the game yet because they've only had 1 real buy.
That's true, and dare I say they're getting a little impatient almost. I mean, again, Valorant, guys, I've said this like 4 different times the last map. Valorant is a mind game. You kind of just, you know, you have to really observe your enemy team, and by just focusing on how you play, it doesn't help you understand how the other team's going to play, and it doesn't help you, you know, strategize for these next coming rounds. And especially since they're on the defense side, you don't want to be too aggressive, because the whole point is for the attackers to attack and not for the defenders. You know, you're supposed to defend yourselves, but from what it looks like right here, they're going to try and get some early picks on Storm's side, but we'll see how that goes.
Peaches, not expecting the Viper to jump up on the ledge there, is going to go down early, but the call is going to be made that there were a ton of people on A as the Terps push out onto C. Drago alone on the side is KJ. An unfortunate blind. Getting to 0. Musterberger is going to get 3, and that's the round in an instant. I mean,
I don't know. I think that's what Storm needed, was just a timeout.
Definitely. I mean, I think they made the call, okay, this Viper has been a huge pain. What if we just run them down at the beginning of the round? We know that they're alone this whole time. And, you know, it worked out for them. They got that kill. The Yoru teleported to assist with the C take. And, you know, that was that's all she wrote.
Yeah, and pretty unfortunate for Jose there to get blinded, even just trying to entry and peek against that enemy KJ as well. But it looks like right now HU Storm's going to do their comfort, their comfort plays. They're going to play the same thing again.
Peaches taking a bit of a trade onto that Yoru, but no one's going to go down yet as the Killjoy picked off first on the C site here. Bomb's going to get planted. Void wants to TV out there. He doesn't want to risk getting spammed out. And Peaches still holding A, looking for a rotate through. Sif's going to get a kill onto the Jet there from Garage. And everything's just taking a pause right now. Peaches, noticing that no one seems to be rotating through A main, is going to come late Garage here, possibly catching this Omen if he plays his cards right. Blind on the C site. Rumioka and Jazeera's going to get 2, and the third goes to Jazeera as all 3 players pushing out on the C here are going to go down.
Again, beautiful play by the Terps, but I really need HU Storm to see, the same plays that the Terps have been doing. What I've been noticing is that they like to leave Peaches alone. They like to leave their IGO to handle, a whole nother site by themselves to just, get that information, understand who's holding down that site, what utility is left at that site, to see, if it's safe to push where the rest of his team is, and it's worked successfully. And I think that's something that the Terps are going to just continuously spam here. I mean, again, Peach is hanging out on A, but Terps are finally getting aggressive on C.
Sif with the Yoru ultimate. He's going to get some recon, tell everyone that the site is clear, and Peaches, I'm not sure if he heard this Jet, but he's going to have to run through, gets that kill, preventing a flank. And as the Sobol comes out for HU, no one's going to go down to it. And this Yoru's going to have to back up CT because no one is on site to assist him to come out there.
And the Terps again win that round, going 6-1 against HU Storm. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but they are celebrating every victory they've gotten so far. And honestly, doing amazing just as they do. And I hope that they're able to, get as much rounds as they can for this first half. So that way when they go in defense side, all they got to do is maybe win 2 rounds and call it the map.
Definitely. I mean, this is a huge difference from what happened in that first map. The Terps were struggling a little bit on that first half. And now that they're on their own map pick, they're a bit more comfortable. They're just running away with it at this point.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth on Bind, actually. Storm would win 1, Terps would win 1, they would win 2, so would the Terps. And again, with the same Viper wall happening, let's see how the Terps do.
Musterberger's going to catch one with that Sheriff with a cheeky flash, but Jazeera is going to get that trade. But the Omen that creeped up mid here. And Jazeera with the Killjoy ultimate is just going to push and get that bomb down. It's planted for CT and Heaven. The Terps looking to take some space here, but Jazeera's about to walk into a 1v2, but gets the first. Can he get the second? He doesn't know yet. He's scared to peek. He wants someone to help swing, but he's all alone. He gets that. He's going to get taken out in a 1v1 situation for Peaches, and he gets 2. 2 for Peaches, 3 for Jazeera, just putting the round on their back.
Man, the Terps are just playing in Storm's face right now. You could really tell that this is a comfort map for them, and that's why they're performing so well. Look at this leaderboard so far. Rumioka and Peaches both holding hands here at the top, top fragging against, everybody in the game so far. I mean, Josera and that Viper slowly following behind, but it's not like it matters. I mean, Terps are just doing amazing, and I don't know. I saw an op buy. I will say I did see an op buy. So let's see how the Terps are able to counter against that, especially attacking.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that Sovadar is going to go down, not getting any info. But Musterberger catching Sif early. Rumioka getting the kill on Sky Venom. Is going to put him in a 4v4. I think they don't want to push this site anymore. They've wasted too much time, allowed people to rotate. And they're just going to creep out. They have to re-clear their flank. But Right now, Peaches creeping up, getting 2, just lining up for him. There's 1 more for him on this site, and the KJ yet to rotate from C is going to have to soon because he's going to need some help. Rumioka planning in the corner. I'm going to go down 4v2. And that KJ hasn't even rotated yet. I think they just said, okay, man, I'm just going to go save. I mean, Yoru's going to get spotted. Like, 2 people just lining up there for Peaches are just perfect for him.
Yeah, I think Storm fears Peaches almost.
I mean, if you're causing this much...
Oh, wow.
Wreaking so much havoc. He's got 3, and I think he's just kill hunting for the 4th. What do you mean the Killjoy has an op?
And what do you mean they're gonna save it? I know Peaches wants that op too and just wants to get that kill, but it's not gonna look so good in their favor. But honestly, spending that much money, you need to save that op.
Yeah, I mean, like, be so for real, like, you bought that? Like, the Killjoy, you bought the op.
Right.
I'm just like, I don't know, like, give it to one of your duelists. That's what they do. That's, like, the op is just, like... It's just a one-and-done weapon if you're playing like anything other than a duelist because that read chamber speed is so slow. Like you just have to be able to reposition to get that off, and that jet dash or that Yoru teleport is going to be enough to do that. But KJ doesn't have anything. It's just like you're just going to tuck.
Oh,
missing the shot there, instantly having to back off because that repeat is just going to be deadly for them there. I mean, 2 people, 4 HU taking a bit of damage here early. And that drone's going to come out, trying to clear grass, peeking into garage, missing that timing on the jet. They don't know she's here. But he's going to miss all of their knives, taking down to a classic here. That's going to give them, you know, the advantage they need to push this site. The collapse!
Say it ain't so.
Oh my god. And that's just going to put the Terps on a back foot in a 3v5 here. And Jet just gets to pick up a weapon.
That was free. That
Peach
was...
is doing what he does best and lurking on the A site here, calling that it's empty. And the Omen TP is going to come out. Jazeera's going to plant. But this Yoru is already heaven for them. They have to watch out for that. I think HU Storm just... Yup, grouping up, gonna put down that KJ ult. I mean, Sova's dead, you can't counter it, you're gonna have to back up. Void taking some damage to Jazeera, swinging out in the nick of time to save him. Drago getting a 3rd with that op. As Void, 16 HP in a Dream, is gonna blind on that bomb, and get the kill. It is now a 2v1, 1v2, as Peaches is forced to spam. And Drago's just swinging out of the smoke and getting the kill.
Guys, Terps, what the heck were we thinking about pushing an op? We knew the KJ was hanging out behind C. The KJ has been hanging out on C behind that box the whole game. All 4 of us tried to push long. We knew that there was an op there, so we say, hey, let's go through, let's maybe take an off angle. I don't know. Let the off angle being garage. And we get angled on and we get collided. 2 of our players get, come out. Okay, fine. We rotate. Peaches already has that site ready to go. The op is still there.
Yeah, you're getting pushed by an op and losing that fight. I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's just a skill issue there. Is Yoru looking to make something happen with the op again, but TV's out almost instantly, too afraid. Doesn't want to stay here. Shooting that Sova dart. Coming from both garage and long. 2 people are going to go down for HU. Peaches getting a 3rd on that window, but there's another one there. He doesn't know that, but it doesn't even matter because it's a 5v2 right now. The Terps have reclaimed their dignity from that unfortunate post plant. As they're just hungry for kills. They're just hunting people down, looking for anything to stat pad. As Sith swings right into Sky Venom's crosshairs. Void is going to use his TP.
Oh my gosh.
As the Yoru with the Bucky. missing the second shot. And Rumioka isn't even going to get that kill. Jazir's going to come in and be like, no, that's mine.
The Terps are scaring me.
I mean, they have the round advantage.
They do.
And they're kind of getting a bit sloppy with it. I mean,
they are, but they're having fun.
I mean, I guess. But guys. But you know what else is fun? Winning the round.
Also
winning the round with like no one dying, getting a flawless maybe.
Oh yeah. But
not as fun as stat padding, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, again, we may be up right now, and this is the last round before the Terps become the defense side. But again, let's take this with a grain of salt. Let's still act like our lives depend on it. I mean, already getting 2 of HU Storm's players down so far, and it's looking good. But like, let's not take that and run away with a guy. Let's still play the game.
It's like no utility, just dry swinging. I mean, you could play it a bit safer, and they probably should because HU Storm was able to equalize that in an instant. It's now a 3v3 for this retake. Sif just raw swinging, not going to get anyone, but Rumioka is going to catch that KJ. Probably the least important person on this retake here. Rumioka having Sova ult, didn't opt to back off of sight, and that's going to be the death of him as Sky Venom swings in, finishes him off, and that's a 9-3 half. I mean, it's a good half, but, you know, as I was saying, you have that Sova ult and you just don't use it. We're seeing 4 ults for the Terps that just went unused in that last round. I mean, we're just like,
absolutely.
I don't know, like, can we just like lock in, I guess? Like,
yeah, I mean, again, I love my Terps. I know that they're having fun and they're probably just, you know, trying to change things up. But 9-3 curses are real. Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen to our Terps tonight. But it is very possible that a 9-3 curse can happen. I mean, this could just be, you know, Storm's better side. Maybe they're better off attacking. And, you know, we don't know how the Terps perform on a defense side. And even though that this was the Terps pick for this map, you know, you can't always bank whether or not it's, you know, something that's going to perform well for the rest of the night. And considering this is almost a mirror match, the Terps are going to have to sniff out their own strats and see how, you know, Storm decides to play it out with these characters.
Peaches playing flat here is going to not connect with anyone and is Viper walling to back up. Fake a reposition as 3 people are onto the C site as HU pushes out onto it. The plant is going down. Jazira getting that kill onto the Jet. 3v2 here. 2v2 as the Omen equalizes onto Sif. Void alone for the time being as we're just waiting for a rotate here. Not gonna connect there, and the Omen is going to get the last 2 remaining players. I mean, you're 40 HP. I mean, it's just like just a few hits. But I think, you know, really they were looking for a headshot there, and that crouch just messed up their crosshairs. They couldn't readjust.
Yeah, and like I said, guys, you want to make sure that you win your pistol rounds. I mean, again, the chances of you know, losing the first one and then winning the second one, that's also a possibility. But considering that it's not the best to force if you lost the first pistol round, you know, you got to make sure you get these first 3 rounds because it's going to just be a snowball effect. And again, like I said, guys, 9-3 curse is very possible, and I don't want to jinx our Terps with that, knock on wood, but either way, we should be all right. You know, the Terps do have to play it a little close because they don't have guns that are made for long-range fights. So hopefully they're able to catch Storm just... Oh, wow. They're able to catch Storm off guard.
Not shooting. And luckily not revealing his position. No one knows he's here still. You know, if that Yoru re-swings it, just might see an instant right-click. He's prepared for it now. But it's just they're looking for a pick here. HU Storm not willing to give up a gun on the Terps. It's very quiet. They're holding for rotates. Sif is going to stop to walk through B. It's just so quiet. Omen getting the first kill onto Peaches, and that's going to be the signal to pick things up. It's time for action. All 5 players coming onto the C site. But Jazira's going to get that first kill. But right now, it's just a 2v4 as Void wraps from behind. And isn't going to hit enough shots to get anyone as he just gets taken out from that Outlaw. You know, it's just like the save round killer, the Outlaw. Just really showed its stuff there.
I mean, NT guys, it's okay. We have, you know, a bye coming on for this third round, and you know, we can still make it up. You know, we can still make up for it. But you know, when things get that quiet, you start to go a little cross-eyed, and you start to kind of overthink like what the team is doing. So that's why it's good to have that patience and kind of put yourself in their shoes. What do you think they're doing as, you know, defense? Are they, you know, pushed up already? Are they waiting? Are they just planted? Like, you got to think ahead. And honestly, it's just so difficult to when you don't have the guns for it. But too early to tell for, you know, a pistol round.
Definitely. So the Storm are taking things slow again. Throwing that smoke into garage window. Trying to take some space, destroy some KJ util. Slowly creeping up on this B. Void in the corner here. Throwing a smoke out long. But I mean, no one's there. They're all here mid. Sovadar coming out. Doesn't opt to shoot it. Goes to kill the Jet. Gets another on the Sova because of that scan. And they're just going to back out. They go, okay, I've overstayed my welcome. It's time for me to leave. HU Storm getting that kill onto Void as Peaches get blinded back flat. But Jozera is going to get 2 here. Putting them in a 3v1 and Peaches is going to finish it off. I mean...
Finally. This is what we like to see, Terps. Thank you. And honestly, that was bold to not break that dart.
Yeah, I mean, it was like... It takes guts, so... Like,
yeah.
Like... I mean, me personally, I just immediately go for that dart because I'm just I mean, you really just have to weigh your options. I mean, you're playing in a wrap position. If you shoot that dart, you expose your position.
But he also got blinded at the same time.
I mean...
So he sprayed and prayed.
I mean, it's luckily that the HU Storm didn't shoot that Sovadar either.
That's true.
As you see right now, it's just... Sif sitting here with Rumioka. Looking to get someone long. He's going to get hit with that shock dart. Taken down to 40 HP. The blind gets no one and Rumioka can't get the trade. It's an instant 5v3. HU Storm pushing out onto site here. Void doesn't even have a gun here. Baiting with a classic.
Oh man.
HU Storm's not going to fall for it. They're just going to play some good post plant. Joe0 with the Vandal. Gonna get blinded, unfortunately. Peach is getting 2. Like, finally gets traded out, putting Jazira in a 1v3. Doesn't really have any util to clear any of these angles. You just kind of going, hey, can you guys peek me, please? But no one's going to, and he's going to have to back off to save that Vandal.
Yeah, that's like entering the lion's den. I mean, all 3 angles being watched there. Joser was not going to make it, let alone defuse the spike at the same time. So I guess, you know, can't be too mad about it. But then again, this does affect our economy. And honestly, I think we are just 1 round away from having to do a save round next round. So hopefully the Terps kind of, you know, kick up the gear and get things rolling. I mean, I hope we can change it up. I want to see a different setup for the Terps here. I want to see a different Viper wall from the Terps here. I want to see, you know, it's the same wall. Okay. It's the same wall. I'm not a big fan of that wall, but hey, if the Terps are able to, you know, sniff out, you know, Storm and get them to stop pushing, then I guess it'll work out. You know, I can't speak too soon, but let's see how it goes, because Storm likes to go C, and it's worked well for them. So hopefully the Terps are able to finally read how they've been pushing it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sif here with Peaches and Jauzira. There's 3 people on the C site. Rumioka's going to get 1 on the player CT here. Void trying to get a trade out. Doesn't get one, but Jauzira on the C site is going to get 2. Still keeping it equal, and Sif with the spray down. HU Storm, last player, 20 HP, and it's just he get 1 tap. Bit of an overkill if you ask me, but round is around. It's going to be 11-6.
Yeah, and honestly, with how we're doing so far, I would just take it. I would take it, and well executed. You know, they didn't get to go too far onto C site, so, you know, but again, the Storm's gonna start sniffing out how the Terps are defending these, you know, these sites. And like I said, we gotta change it up, Terps. I mean, as much as it has worked before and as much as it hasn't, at the same time, it's a gamble. Like, you don't want to be too comfortable, you know. I did get a comment that we are on timeout at the moment. I'm not quite sure on whose side. I do want to bank that it's the Terps, maybe?
I would say most likely it's going to be the HU Storm here. They lost that round really in kind of, like, I guess, you know, not really good fashion. They just kind of got taken out from both sides. I think it was a great read by the Terps to know that they were opting for a C push and especially just take that space there to just wrap through.
Yeah.
I think, you know, that was really what was missing a lot from most of the Terps defensive plays that made them lose, was just like not having people following through and kind of taking the space that has been given to them. Really, when you have 3 sites, you can't really cover them all equally.
Exactly.
Or, you know, kind of efficiently at the same time. So you have to make sure that you're taking space to make up for that.
Absolutely, and we also can't let our ego get ahead of us, you know. I mean, again, darts aren't being broken, so I'm a little scared, guys.
Definitely, I mean, we're losing kind of that discipline, that Valorant 101, as Sky Venom gets that first pick onto Rumioka. Killjoy lurking here. Jauzira faking a rotate, is hoping someone will swing him. But he's going to do that as Sif flashes out of the smoke again. Doesn't catch anyone out there as the HU Storm opting for El Clasico C push here.
I want the Terps to stay a little planted. I mean, although, you know, Storm is clearly pushing up C, you never know if one person is lurking.
Jauzira taking some hits from a shock dart here. But is just going to sit and stay as 3 players from the HU Storm push out onto site, and 1 rotates through B. Peaches and Jauzira putting up some great numbers here. Jauzira with 3 in a 1v1 against a KJ, and that's going to be the kill!
What an amazing 4K from Jauzira, guys. And ended it off with just 1 headshot, just one dink, 1 hit. And hopefully that segues into winning this last round so that the Terps are able to also take home Haven for tonight. And I mean, finally, we're seeing what we've been talking about and what we've been wanting to see, and it's finally coming out. But again, it's also too early to talk about it. You know, you never know. It's anyone's game still, even though this is our scoreline. And just play it safe, Terps. I hope that, you know, they win victoriously and that we don't lose our Terps too early into the round, especially with all these ults on both sides.
Sif not clearing that corner, gonna get taken out early. Possibly thinking that the Sova ult cleared it. Rumioka swinging out with Void, only getting 1. Is now a 2v4. Defender Killjoy coming out. Yeah, the enemy Sova ult is just gonna neutralize it. And that's just a lot of opportunity taken away from the Terps. As 2 players, the Molly comes out to clear the corner. But no one's sitting there. Jauzira getting hit. And Mustard Burger in hell is just going to take him out. I mean, you know,
I mean,
very messy. It's just so
yeah,
messy.
but I mean, that does happen a lot, you know, if the stakes are so high, especially for grand finals. I mean, you start to get a little shaky, especially on that, you know, 12 score line. I mean, you want to kind of sit back because you're like, oh, it's too far apart, but like you still have to consider, you know, how these people play. And we're on a save round right now, so we gotta give leeway. I think we're gonna have to, give this round up to Storm and then pick it back up afterwards. But that just sacrifices the scoreline as well.
Yeah, I mean, but we are seeing a stack onto A. I mean, they have a chance of defending this, but as that Omen drops out of heaven from the ult, there's not going to be any free kills for them to get. And, Sif and Jauzira going down here, making it a 2v5. Peaches, I think, just opting for exit frags, gets vulnerable by the KJ bot and is just going to get spammed out. I mean, I think a real problem is just the Terps, all of them playing like, I don't know, like they're Peaches or Jauzira. Like, they have been, like, doing incredible work. I think, when it was that 12-6, I think Jauzira 22-8, incredible scoreline. But, like, other players that aren't as hot right now need to just, like, stay back. I mean, like, as we were saying on Bind, and, now, you're the defenders. They're supposed to push you.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree with you. I just feel like you gotta leave the pushing and more of the gunfights to those who are performing well. And it's not to say that, if you're bottom fragging, don't even try. It's obviously you're there to supplement your team and you're there to support them and utilize your utility. If you're not performing well with your fights, then use your utility and calm to your team. Tell them what you see and don't get too cocky. And now that we finally have guns, I'm hoping that the Terps are able to, defend these sites, and this time it's a B push, and I don't think we've quite seen a successful B push, taken on Storm's side. So hopefully this is something new for the Terps to, try and get a bite on,
Definitely, Jauzira getting that intel from the Yoru ult that there was an enemy there. But Mustard Burger is going to equalize as Void gets a pick onto that Jet. 3 people here elbow in a 4v1 here. There's only 1 player left, keeping the Terps from victory, and the swing on to the Yoru, and that's just going to be game for the Terps.
Oh my goodness, I have to take a breather, guys. I am so glad that the Terps were able to lock in for these last few rounds. I mean, of course, you're going to have your highs and lows and your ups and downs, and, you're going to make mistakes. It's Valorant, look at them just having a grand old time. They've done as much as they can, and I hope that the Co-Ed Academy team can take a lot from this game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're glad, just a quick 2-0 for that grand final is really showing their stuff. I mean, we've just been seeing some incredible performances, especially from, like, Peaches and Jauzira.
Yeah.
But, all around the Terps are just, played it clean. I think in those rounds where they really showed their stuff, they had great positioning, great util, really just showing their stuff, and I'm just, glad they could pull it off.
Yeah, the Terps most definitely showed all their skill and all the, all that they've been preparing for. I mean, HU Storm is just as amazing as a team. They're, I believe, at the same scoreline as Terps, and they're also, 7-2 right now in the PlayVS League, as well as the Terps. But, yeah, they did so amazing tonight. They just, I don't know. I mean, I'm so sorry I doubted for the first few rounds, guys, but you guys did so amazing. Thank you again, Terps Co-Ed Academy, for winning tonight.
Yeah, thank you, and that's going to be all from us tonight. We're glad, to have you all here. Hope you enjoyed it. Great performance from our Terps. Before we go, we just want to thank a few of our sponsors, the Philip Merrill College of Journalism, Recreation and Wellness at Maryland, and PlayWire. And, that's going to be it,
Yeah.
Hope to see you all soon.
Yep. Go Terps. Have a great night, everybody.